What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Warframe, and yesterday, the video, I highlighted all of the anniversary event stuff. Well, there's more anniversary event stuff. The Sayandana that's on my back you can get from completing another quest they added in, or I should say an alert. It is right here. Bam. It's a survival mission. Go get you one of those if you haven't, and if you have not done these yet, definitely do them. I'm going to go over a quick build for each and every one of those things, and then we'll go into a mission. But before I do that, there's also something I forgot to mention in yesterday's video. If you go to the market, right here, you can actually get a color palette to customize your Warframes and your ship and your armor and your Sayandana and your weapons and everything for one whole credit. So it's themed, it's like Shamrock, so it's like springtime colors. Pretty neat. We'll customize something real quick. So if you haven't picked up on it yet, this video is geared towards people that haven't really played Warframe yet, that are still on the fence about playing it. Here you go. If you get into it this week and you get yourself all this stuff, which you definitely should if you're on the fence about it, because it's a free-to-play game, it's a free-to-have game, and you get a bunch of free loot this week and next week. So why not? It's free, and it's fun. Do it. Again, the link will be in the description to the Warframe website, so you can download it there, or you can download it on the Steam launcher. If you're on PC, or if you're on console, just whatever console you're on, their marketplace, it will be there. But anyway, so we've got color palettes here to choose from. Shamrock. Let's go with something weird. So we're gonna go primary
more attractive
of. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go like red. Why not? This is just going to be the most absurd looking Warframe ever. Let's go like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting looking. I gotta say, accents. Oh, yep, that looks, yep, that looks like I poured a bunch of melted Legos on myself. And energy. Let's go with, let's see here, dark blue for reasons. Alright, so now I look like a clown, and you can just easily transfer all of that over to your other stuff. Copy main colors. Yeah. Yep. You can do that to your weapons as well. So if we go into, let's say here, the Dex Dacra, which is the melee weapon, you can see there it's like blue and black. And my usual colors for my Warframe. Right there, but... oh, now they're clown swords. So... yeah, it's fun. You can do a lot of customization in this game. So, why haven't you downloaded the game yet and started playing it? Here we go. We're gonna go into some builds. Now, granted, I am fairly... kind of somewhat invested into the game, so I have a lot of the mods that you can get. Earlier on, you're going to just go for whatever you can do. So these weapons already have all of the things you need to make them as good as they possibly can. That thing being the Oricon Catalyst, which doubles the amount of mods that you can put on the weapon, or mod points you can put into the weapon. And some of them already come with a polarity on them as well. Like the Dex Furus you'll see here has what's called a dash polarity, or Emeron. So anything that you put into that, see how this pathogen rounds costs 11, now it only costs 6, because it matches the polarity there. Pretty neato burrito. I think the Dex Daka come with one as well. So, technically 2, because it has a stance mod. If you're just starting out, you're not going to get a stance mod, but for the dual swords, you're going to get Swirling Tiger before you get the other one, and the Crossing Snakes doesn't match a polarity anyway, and they're about the same, so Swirling Tiger it is. But yeah, for this one, you'll notice that all of the weapons have corrosive damage on them, which is Fever Strike plus Shocking Touch. And then I just go based off of if it's a crit weapon or a status weapon. You can tell by if we go to a blank saved that it's got 10% critical strike chance and a 20% status chance. Now status chance is like the chance that you'll get your corrosive damage to proc and go off and cause corrosive damage to the target. So if it's got higher status chance than it does crit chance, you want to build the weapon around its strengths. So you use mods appropriate for that. So you use Melee Prowess that has 15% status chance. Drifting Contact that has 40% status chance. You know, and you can, I put Jagged Edge in there just for fun. I mean, you could put like Reach in there if you wanted more range or more reach on your melee weapon, so you can hit targets that are farther away from you, that sort of thing. These are just quick, easy builds. There are much better mods out there that I don't have yet myself. And like I said, when you're first starting out, you can basically do whatever. You cannot play the game wrong early game. It's kind of like eating a Reese's. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. There's no wrong way to play Warframe early game. Just figure it out, that sort of thing. But at least this gives you an idea of what to shoot for going into like mid-game, that sort of thing. Now the Dex Furious, you'll see I have an empty mod slot there, but I'm out of capacity. So I did what I could, but I ran out of steam, and I could install what's called a Forma
Your collection of mods
on one of the mod slots to make it so that I can have another polarity of some kind. Clicking the wrong thing. So if I were to select polarization, it has me select one of these things, and I can make that like a Nemeron or the dash to make it so that pathogen rounds that's there currently would cost 6 instead of 11. But we're going to cancel that because I don't want to use that on this weapon. But another thing I just wanted to mention really quick, I do have the regular Aphurus, which is the regular version of this weapon. And look at on the right here, so in this box on the bottom right corner, you'll see all of the red stats compared to this weapon. So the one thing you do notice is that the base damage is a little bit higher on the regular Aphurus, but the fire rate, status chance, and critical chance are all much, much higher on the Dex Furious. Something to keep in mind. Some of these weapons are balanced way differently than their normal or Prime counterparts, Prime being like the best version, quote-unquote, of the weapon, or Warframe. But then we'll go into Excalibur. So I have a bunch of mods on here that you're not going to get early game. Early game, you want to go for things like health and shields and armor, just to increase the longevity of your Warframe, to make so you won't die. You know, just kind of play around with mods is what I got to say. But I built this one for power strength, meaning that my abilities are going to do more damage. I did build for range as well, because I myself don't have all the mods to build Excalibur correctly. And having range does increase the range of his blind ability. I could go for duration to make the blind last longer. But by the time, you know, if you blind everything, you can just go run around and kill it or headshot it. But it really doesn't matter anyway. So that's what I chose to do. Yeah. So I just kind of threw some mods on there that I liked, that I knew would increase the damage of the abilities that I'd like to use, and the effectiveness and range of his stun. Makes him really useful. He is not that tanky of a frame. Of course, he's a damage dealer, and God, I look like a clown. But anyway, we're going to get into a mission. This video's already gone on 10 minutes. And I'm just going to kind of show you, a little bit of what the weapons can do. It's not going to be a super difficult mission. We'll play around for a little bit. Alright, so I'm a clown on a capture mission.
And extract our target.
So as Space Mom just said, I have to find and capture a target. But there's also
Don't let it escape.
Another thing that has nothing to do with the mission that I'm on, that they want me to do. But I'm going to save that for another time. If I bump into the target, then I'll capture that target as well. I'm not going to go out of my way to do it. So basically, these missions were just capturing a target, a high-priority target. We have to render them unable to run away, which basically means kill them, make their health go down to 0. And then instead of, like, dying, they just kind of fall over and, like, sprain their ankle. And then we capture them. But so this is the primary weapon that you get. And it's really, really good, actually. I really enjoy it. It's like a burst... Oh, it's a burst rifle. So it shoots like a 3-round burst. And it's super accurate. The rate of fire is pretty good. The reload speed's not terrible. You know, a really slow reload speed is like what I dislike the most about some weapons. But this one is pretty good. Especially if you're starting out, this weapon is going to be able to carry you basically through most of the game. I'd always recommend, you know, playing around with weapons as you go, so you kind of learn how weapons are used and everything, but this could be, you know, easily a go-to weapon. We'll switch to the secondaries here. And you kind of see what they do. Their reload speed's a little slower. They don't do as much damage, but they are a secondary weapon. You'll notice I'm just mowing through these people as well. My mods make it so that I out-damage these enemies by a very considerable amount. But you kind of look at the damage numbers and see, you know, the primary weapon is doing a couple thousand damage.
Target located. Bring them in.
And this is doing, you know, a couple hundred damage, or a few hundred damage. And the melee weapons, again, just completely wrecked them. Melee weapons aren't that bad either. Now this is with Nox, which is usually a much harder enemy to take down. And now we're just going to capture this target. And you what, mate?
The captive has been escorted to the extraction point.
Yep.
Well done.
So that's the damage that these weapons can do. You saw 13,000, 14,000 there. Because I blinded them, which makes them susceptible to finishing moves. Which is basically like what you can do if you can sneak up behind somebody. Like that. Jump up on them and cut their head off. Or you can go in the front of them and do, you know, 19,500 damage twice. There was 21,000 damage. Or, if you feel like being a super cheapskate, you can just use Excalibur's 4th ability and just hurl energy out of a energy sword at your targets, and then they just kind of fall over. Like that. Or you can also blind, come up behind somebody, and then do even more damage. You saw 212,000 damage there. You can also activate the blind by doing a slide attack, like that. Now you saw 21,000 damage, and we're out of energy, so we use our normal melee weapon again. But yeah, that's that. But we'll see here if we can't find that special target. I could probably kill it on accident really, really easily at this level. But, oh well. And it's down this way. And this is for something that you don't do super early on. You get it later on. You can use it to unlock basically a test environment. You get a couple cool modifications for your sentinels and a couple other things, and get a scanner that's like endless. You can scan all the things like that barrel, and to scan that barrel. We're following the traces of our capture target right now. It's over this way. People don't know how to deal with an Excalibur that looks like somebody mashed a bunch of Play-Doh together. He does. He's a bombard. He died anyway. So it's still down this way. Just cut through all of these enemies. No big deal. Alright, so now we gotta track our target again. It's down this way. Oh boy. They got excited, they lined up. We got our scanner again. Our target is this way.
I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grenier.
Of course it's a Grenier. I'm fighting a Grenier. Why would they not send someone to defend their home turf? Alright, so our target is this way. All the damage. All the damage. And a lot of times these capture targets for Cephalon Samaris will be like a slightly different color. So you can at least tell what you're trying to do. Let's radial javelin these people. Goodbye. I just don't want to deal with you. And there's our target right there.
All right, Hunter. I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
Hold them in place, and nope, that's the wrong thing, and I have to hold them in place again. And there we go.
You impress me, Hunter. This
Ow.
specimen will be studied for integration into Sanctuary. Thank you.
There we go. Now he's got to get to extraction. Which is right there. Convenient. And the mission's done. Mission took me a little bit longer than it should have, but we were having fun, right? Using weapons, talking about stuff, playing with the Play-Doh Excalibur. But that is going to be it for this episode. So if you liked it, if you're still on the fence about playing this game, hopefully this episode convinced you. It's a very fun game. You can spend a lot of time playing it, and there's a lot of content to get through. So, if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more Warframe, more Destiny 2, more of my shenanigans, hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to say, what the comment section's for. Do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I'll catch you all next time.